So this question talks about standard form, so we recognise straight away that standard form answers should be in the format of something times 10 to the power of something, where the beginning part is less than 10, greater than or equal to 1, and n is an integer. So literally then we've got to go through deciding what's the place value of the first non-zero digit, which is 6. Well, the first place value is the units, the ones column, which is the 10 to the power of 0. That equals the ones column. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is in the 10 to the power of 8 column. So the answer will be 6.4 times 10 to the power of 8. Lots of different ways of doing this. Some people like saying, well, the decimal point started there, and just literally how many places did it have to move across to get between the 6 and the 4 to allow us to have a number between 1 and 10 at the beginning. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Either way, you're going to get 6.4 times 10 to the power of 8. The next part of the question says that we've got to work with this calculation. It's a division, so my recommendation is that you think of it in parts. So we're doing 3 divided by 6 first, which is 0.5. It's the same as a half. It's a calculator paper, so we could do this on a calculator, but worth practicing our non-calculator technique because it might be on a non-calculator paper in the future. And then we divide the powers of 10. Because it's the same bases, we know division means we're going to end up taking away the powers, so we end up with 10 to the power of 3 here. 0.5 is not the right start to a standard form number, so we turn that into standard form, which is 5 times 10 to the power of negative 1, because the decimal point had to move back one place. Or we know this is the 10 to the power of 0 column, and once we go past the decimal point, we're in the tenths area, which is 10 to the power of negative 1. We're times it by 10 to the power of 3, which was what was left from those, and the two powers, because we've got the same bases, we can add them, so we end up with a final answer of 5 times 10 to the power of 2. Now again, we should check with our calculator, it's a calculator paper. And what we've got to remember on lots of calculators, there is a key now that looks like 10 with a little X above it. So if you've got that key, use that. On this particular calculator, slightly older Sharp calculator, then the standard form key is the EXP key, it's the exponential key. So to type this calculation in, I'll press 3, that key, 7, so it's telling me I'm doing 3 times 10 to the power of 7, divide by 6, EXP, 4, equals. So the answer was 500, but because the question says we've got to give the answer in standard form, then 500 is the same as 5 times 10 to the power of 2. Units column 10 to the power of 0, tens column 10 to the power of 1, hundreds column 10 to the power of 2. So that's a quick reminder about standard form and a brief run through of how to use your calculator with standard form questions as well.